particular time thought I was scared of him, that I was afraid. So he said, Floyd don't want to fight me. I'm willing to meet him at 152 pounds or 152 and a half. And me,
you gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
Roy Jones Jr. against Andre Ward, Terence Crawford against Floyd Mayweather at 47.
Floyd Mayweather has answered Crawford after Crawford said he is better than him, and this has made talk of a possible fight even stronger. Floyd said Crawford beating Canelo is big, but he should not think he is above a man who retired at 50-0. Floyd said he has always been careful about how he rates fighters. He praised Crawford long before this fight and always said Crawford is one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the sport today.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me?
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd?
I don't know, I thought you'd hesitate maybe even a bit, but no.
Nah, not at all. That's one of my favorite fighters.
Now the talk has moved from respect to a real challenge because Canelo is the only fighter who has shared the ring with both men, and he said in his press event that he thinks Crawford is far better than Floyd Mayweather. That one statement started a huge debate because no one knows Canelo view better than Canelo himself.
Puts him as the greatest of all time. And I know it's hard to obviously you've been with Floyd and a lot of people saying Floyd is great, but does that at least put him in that conversation with your Floyd Mayweathers, your Manny Pacquiao's, your Sugar Ray Leonards, all the greats of the past, and obviously Canelo obviously as well because he'll be there. Does that put him there?
Yeah, for sure. Of course nobody will ever like Floyd.
Crawford has never been rated this high. He jumped 2 weight classes and beat Canelo, who had looked unbeatable for many years above 160, and this raised Crawford to a new level. People are no longer asking if Crawford is the best fighter of this era. Now they ask if he is the top male boxer of this whole century. The only man in that talk with him right now is Floyd Mayweather. That is what makes a possible fight between Mayweather and Crawford so exciting.
And compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and nice out with Terence Crawford.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Stephen A. Smith shared his view right after. He did not fully agree with Canelo, but he still compared the two. He said Floyd was a true master on defense. Stephen A. said on ESPN that once Floyd moved to welterweight his hands stayed damaged, so he knew he would not score many knockouts, yet he still entered the ring and delivered top-level skill-based shows because his technique and defense were so great. Then he pointed out the key gap between them. Tonight we saw Crawford take shots many times. With Floyd we almost never saw that because no one could land on him. That is the real difference.
Canelo, just one please.
Guys, we gotta go. We don't
Can you elaborate on why Crawford is better than Mayweather? It's just a little bit of detail.
Oh, he can switch. He's very smart guy. He's better.
This difference between Crawford taking hits and firing back and Mayweather avoiding hits fully is now the center of the debate. Some fans agree with Canelo because beating bigger men the way Crawford did looks more bold. Others agree with Stephen A. and say greatness is not only about who you beat but also about how little damage you take in each fight.
Of course you gotta give it to Floyd. Floyd at that time, Ben, what's up? Floyd at that time versus Canelo was in total confidence. His skill set, his IQ, you know what I'm saying? Everything he do, he was just a complete fighter that night. But I feel like was up against a lot because he was fighting a guy that we knew something about, but we ain't know too much about. People don't understand how much.
Ryan Garcia has also joined the discussion, but in a very different way. On Ring Magazine Inside the Ring show, he delivered one of the harshest attacks on Floyd from a current fighter. He said Floyd changed boxing in the worst way. Ryan said Floyd was the best at choosing when to fight and that he picked opponents who were past their top years or before they reached full form. He never fought anyone in true prime shape. Ryan said Floyd really did change the sport for the worse.
Career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people, but
you at the top of your career in your prime. You in your prime. You ain't in your prime when you're at 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose? I mean,
your prime is in your 20s.
It's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, so, and that's why Canelo is saying what he's saying.
But I mean, don't you? I mean,
Want to make himself look like he did something.
Garcia does not deny that Floyd was smart in business. He even said Floyd was the best at making big fights happen. But he still turned that into a negative because he believed Floyd timed each fight. Ryan said Floyd's focus on keeping the zero made the sport more safe and less daring. He said he tanked Canelo and Crawford are trying to undo that effect, and he pointed to his own fight with Tank in 2023 even though he was knocked out.
You've been through wars.
100%. Crawford is a young gun trying to prove himself, in my opinion.
Garcia message hit hard because it showed a split between generations. Floyd era valued smart planning and business as much as skill. Crawford era feels more focused on taking tough risks. This is why fans want to picture Crawford against Floyd. It is not just a fight. It is a clash of ideas. Reactions to Garcia view are divided. Some experts defend Floyd and say his record is full of Hall of Fame fighters and that timing has always been part of boxing. Others say Ryan is speaking what many fans have believed for a long time, that Floyd's focus on perfection took some life out of the sport.
Who you think's better out of those two? Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually taking more of a weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good.
Floyd has not answered Ryan directly, but his 50 wins with 0 losses always speak for him. Max Kellerman also shared a clear take. He said Floyd record is deeper than Crawford record and that Floyd was faster and had better defense. But he added that Floyd chose when to face certain fighters once he left lightweight. Even though Floyd record has many big names, people recall that he did not want certain fights at certain times.
Have you thought about going for 51-0, beating Mayweather's record with 50-0? Is that something that you thought about?
I already said I was never gonna beat Mayweather record. That's not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
To be honest, I was gonna retire if I didn't get this Errol Spence fight.
Kellerman compared that with Crawford approach. He said Crawford wanted every big fight always, even though his record looks thin in some areas. That matters to fans. He even compared the feeling around Crawford now to the aura of Sugar Ray Robinson, the man many call the greatest ever. Max said Crawford is building a legacy that makes people think he beats everyone, just like people said about Robinson.
People remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time.
Oh, yes.
That makes a difference to people.
Kellerman also gave a warning. He said Roy Jones Jr. once had the same huge aura after he beat John Ruiz, but later losses changed that image. If Roy stopped fighting at that point, he would have kept that aura. Max said Crawford's story is still being written. But right now, after beating Canelo, he carries that he beats everyone feeling.
I saw you before the fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches. Not just me, Saul, Red, Bernie, Chad, nutritionists. You know, everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better.
Fans online brought up that Floyd avoided Manny Pacquiao for most of Manny's top years, while others replied that Pacquiao first refused the fight because of the blood testing issue. These arguments show how split people still are on Mayweather legacy while Crawford builds his own.
Terence Crawford is the best fighter on the planet. Pound for pound, he's that dude. In this 4-belt era, he is now the undisputed world champion 3 times over. 140 pounds, 147.
Floyd has also reminded everyone that Crawford should be praised but not compared to him just yet. Long before the Canelo fight, Floyd said he would like to work with Crawford and maybe even sign him under Mayweather Promotions. He called Crawford the top pound-for-pound fighter today, which shows real respect. But now that Canelo has said Crawford is the superior fighter and Crawford wants to be seen as greater than Floyd, the idea of a fight feels more real. All this is pushing this dream match closer to becoming something possible.
You know what I mean? And, you know, they competitive guys. Next thing you know, Bud and Floyd will be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. You know, it's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, because I'm not going to just lie.
Floyd has not confirmed any plan, but the way he answers Crawford and the way he defends his legacy sounds like he might not be fully retired. Floyd has always taken fights that draw attention, and with Crawford rise, many people now believe Mayweather versus Crawford could truly happen. What do you think? Share your view and follow for more updates.